is underway in the Congress.
Plus traffic and your weather forecast every 6 minutes. Monday morning on News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
The station Central Florida turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. News Talk AM 580 WDBO Orlando. Central Florida's news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
From ABC News, I'm Daniela Bellotta. Interpol releasing pictures and details of the U.S.-bound mail bombs intercepted last week in Dubai and England that were disguised as printer cartridges. More from ABC's Lama Hassan in London.
According to the world's largest police organization, countries should verify the labeling, the package source, compare the weight to listed contents, and should look out for unusual odors or markings. The idea is that by releasing these details, authorities can detect similarly disguised packages in the future. A public version is also being made available to encourage greater vigilance. Lama Hassan, ABC News, London.
An American-born radical Muslim cleric, a marked man. The CIA has already been authorized to capture or kill Anwar al-Awlaki. Now a judge in Yemen has ordered police to do the same. Al-Awlaki has been linked to the Christmas Day failed bombing of a Detroit-bound plane. President Obama is in Mumbai, the first stop on his 10-day Asia trip. He announced several trade deals today with India. He says will create 50,000 jobs here at home. Traveling with him, ABC's Ann Compton.
This India visit is all about jobs. The White House is rolling out a long list of emerging U.S. export deals, from giant Boeing transports to Harley-Davidson bikes to small business cell phones. India has a population of more than 1 billion people, and the crushing recession never hit here.
The president is ready to bend on the Bush-era tax cuts that expire at the end of the year. He says in his weekly address,
I believe we should permanently extend the Bush tax cuts for all families making less than $250,000 a year. That's 98% of the American people.
As for the wealthy, tax cuts for them could be temporarily extended. Wegmans and Walgreens fighting over the letter W. The drugstore chain is suing the supermarket chain, claiming Wegmans' logo is too close to its own. You're listening to ABC News.
Now, a WDBO News update from Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Deputies have identified the woman found shot to death on Orange Blossom Trail overnight as Latricia Wakefield. Deputies say someone shot and killed a 29-year-old around 1:15 this morning behind the Orange Blossom Center on OBT and 45th Street. People who live nearby told investigators they saw a car speed away from the scene. Detectives are still trying to find out what the motive was for the deadly shooting. The Orange County deputy who was stabbed during a call at a 7-Eleven store yesterday is recovering from surgery and expected to be okay. Investigators say Deputy Stephen Cook was stabbed repeatedly with a sharp object by 7-Eleven employee Jabron Flores-Ramigo inside the store near Disney. During the attack, Cook shot and killed the 25-year-old behind the counter. Ramigo was accused of stealing from the business and Cook was investigating. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the cause of an airplane crash that killed a Port Orange, Florida couple. 68-year-old Robert Elmer Bean and 65-year-old Sarah Bean are said to have been the only two people on board when their small home-built plane crashed into the side of some mountains in Tennessee yesterday afternoon. The family of a man killed in a possible road rage incident 2 months ago will hold a vigil in his honor tonight. Joshua Levi Birch was shot while driving along Pleasant Hill Road south of Kissimmee. Detectives hope the vigil will spark new interest in the case, which may lead to new information that helps identify a suspect. They are looking for a dark-skinned man with a newer model black SUV, possibly a Nissan, that was driving on Pleasant Hill Road a mile from State Road 1792 the night Birch was killed. And don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed tonight. Daylight saving time ends Sunday at 2 a.m. We will now go back to standard time. For more on these stories and the important local news of the day, watch Channel 9 Eyewitness News tonight at 11 p.m. WDBO News Time 5:04. Traffic and weather are next.
When the weather turns bad, make sure you turn to us first. A station to depend on for emergency weather updates. News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
Do you know prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men? And early stages of prostate cancer generally show no symptoms? Or maybe something has you concerned, like a weak or interrupted urinary stream, inability or frequent urination, or pain or burning. Whether you're experiencing symptoms or not, if you are or someone you love is a man over 40, then it's time for your free screening courtesy of Dr. Lotenfo and his staff at Urology Health Solutions. Just visit freescreeningnow.com. That's freescreeningnow.com to register. It's a quick and easy process that will put your mind at ease. Recognized as a pioneer in urology, Dr. Lodenfo embraces minimally invasive technology to improve results and minimize pain and discomfort. Don't risk everything. Prevention is key. So visit freescreeningnow.com to register. Office is located conveniently off I-4 at the Celebration Health Plaza. Register for your prostate screening today at freescreeningnow.com or call 407-566-1105. That's 407-566-1105. Passion for patients and undeniable results.
It's 5:05 here at News Talk AM 580 WDBO. Time to check in with the 24-hour WDBO Safe Touch Security Traffic Network. Here is Doug Stewart.
I-4 is running up to speed. No problems on State Road 408. FHP en route to a couple accidents with roadblock reported at 50 and Kirkman. The other one's at Orange Blossom Trail and Land Street. Orlando Police on the scene of a crash at International Drive and Grand National Drive. They're also at Michigan and Conway where the traffic lights aren't working. This traffic work brought to you by AutoZone. Right now at AutoZone, get your choice of select Eagle One car care products for just $3.99. Details at store. Everything you need to keep it looking good, bumper to bumper. Get to AutoZone today. On the station with traffic every 6 minutes in the morning, I'm Doug Stewart.
Staying cool this weekend with temperatures well below average as we head into the overnight hours. Winds will die down, but under mostly clear skies, we're expecting a record low of 43 degrees. Lots of sunshine, slightly warmer on Sunday, high 69. Eye on the tropics, Tomas is expected to continue to weaken over the next 48 hours. From Severe Weather Center 9 and WDBO, I'm meteorologist Ebony Dion.
Latest scan of the WDBO weather radar shows no precipitation across Central Florida. It's currently 58 in Wekiva Springs and 61 here at News Talk AM 580 WDBO, Central Florida's news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
The following hour was paid for by the host and does not reflect the opinion of AM 580 WDBO. The Pool Fanatics are on News Talk AM 580 WDBO. Brought to you each week by your host, Tony Caruso, and his company, TC Water Features. If you have questions about pool maintenance or have been thinking about adding a pool, spa area, or waterfall, you need to call now at 407-290-0058 or 800-329-5858. Now, the Pool Fanatics.
All righty, it is the Pool Fanatics. We are having such a good time. We're down here at Lake Eola. And part of coming down to Lake Eola for the fall fiesta in the park is the food. And I don't know, Tony Caruso and I, he is the owner of the wonderful, wonderful company called Orlando Luxury Pools and TC Water Features. Have you ever seen a hot dog on a hamburger bun?
Well, you're first. I'll tell you, that's like, the look on your face right now is absolutely priceless.
This is like when your sister took home economics, you know, back in the 60s, and she came home with pigs in a blanket. But anyway, it's a hot dog on a hamburger bun.
There you go.
It's better than a deep-fried Twinkie. But you can also get here.
The look on your face is priceless, I'm telling you right now.
And I'm dripping it all over the place. And you can get a deep-fried something else while you're at it. I think it's a deep-fried Snicker bar.
Yeah, Snickerdoodles.
Oh, my goodness.
You ever had one?
No, sir.
I'm going to tell you what, it's artery plugger, that's for sure. But believe it or not, it works. I've had them. I've never personally ate a whole one. We went to Atlanta Motor Speedway one year, and my son brought one back, and it was actually pretty tasty. But you know what? To eat that thing had to be 3,000 calories.
Oh, yeah, and your cardiologist is calling every 5 seconds. Hey, we're taking calls right now. If you got a call about your pool, I bet you there was a lot of pools steaming last night. We're taking the calls right now at 800-329-5858, 407-290-0058. Is it the week after it gets cold that people call you and go, hey, Tony, what about heating the pool?
Well, yeah, or my water's losing pool. So if your pool's losing water, call my buddy George, the leak doctor. But you know that Rob's right about the steam popping off the pool last night. That is normal. So when that happens, you are actually evaporating water out of your pool. So
really?
Yeah, you know the difference is the air temperature last night. I'm thinking where you were at last night was probably upper 30s maybe.
That's right.
Yeah, and your pool was probably hanging out around 74, 75.
But you know the average person doesn't think that steam means the water's leaving the pool.
Well, when I brought
makes sense.
When I brought this up last week, when a customer asked me about some heating their pool, I said, you know, when heat rises, and of course they looked at me like, what? heat does rise. So when it does rise, guess what it takes water with it? It takes water if it's in the water. So as it rises off, it's evaporating water out of your pool. So think about the low humidity. It's outside right now. It's absolutely stunning here. Crystal clear sky. Humidity is very, very low. And when the humidity is low, you lose water in your swimming pool. When you lose water in your swimming pool, guess what you need to do? Put more back in it. So at the end of the day, you know, the lower humidities and no rain. We were blessed with some rain this week, a little over an inch in Orange County, I'm pretty sure, but not much more than that. It didn't make up for the 34 or 35 days we didn't get any rain. So don't be upset if you went through water in your pool this month. Don't be upset. I'm sorry, last month, don't be upset. It didn't rain to replace that water in your pool. So
it was dry, wasn't it?
It was very dry.
So dry.
So a lot of people called about their pools losing water. We really wanted to verify were they really losing water. So we sent some work over to George, the leak doctor, and he goes out, takes care of them. If there's issues, he takes care of them. If not, you know, put water in your pool. It's not raining. Now, we typically get, Rob, about 60 inches of rain a year here.
Yeah.
And if we did that over the, you know, the 12 months, you know, we're getting, what, about 5 inches a month as an average. But we don't get it like that. We get it in spurts. You know, we get our summer rains, and we're going to, the Almanac's calling for a dry, warm winter this month. So, you know, we may go through more water than typical this winter. So, you know, if you want to try to save some of that water, you can look at covering your pool with the old blue bubble cover, or looking at using the liquid solar blanket to keep some of that evaporation from dissipating out of your pool.
I was asked this week for you to please explain the liquid solar blanket. What is that?
Well, you know, I can't go into the chemical compounds of it,
okay.
But it is a product that you can buy at your retail store. It comes in pill form, what they call the pool pill, or they call it the tropical reef fish. The tropical reef fish looks like a fish, and it's about 6 or 8 inches long. And what you do is you just nip the edge, throw it in the pool. It's good. One is typically good for about 450 square foot pool, or 15 by 30 is an average. Yeah, it lasts about a month. What it does is when the pool is off, the tension of the water has stopped moving. This will form a protective layer on the surface and stop the heat from rising off. Now, if you didn't cover your pool, let's say we gained 8 or 10 degrees in your pool today through a heat pump, you'll lose every bit of 80% of that tonight. It's just going to steam right back off. Remember the pool steaming this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we tried to heat it, but it steamed right off. You lost your investment, basically, is what you did. So you should protect that. And the solar blanket, the liquid solar blanket, or we call the solar pill or the reef fish, is what's been approved. Now, that was approved and should go into law next year as part of the Energy Act as being a supplement to the solar cover, the blue bubble cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, these are chemicals that aren't harmful to anybody?
Yeah, they have let's do this, I like this, no adverse effect on chemistry, your skin, your filtration, your pool finish, your pool tile. It doesn't affect anything. What it does is after about 30 days, it dilutes off back, and you have to re-enter that back into your pool again.
That's amazing stuff.
It really is. When I was a retailer, I had a retail store in Alfea and Lake Underhill for over 10 years, and we sold a ton of it. And it was not quite as good as the blue bubble cover, but I tell you what, at the end of the day, the blue bubble cover becomes a dust bowl. Everything out of the sky falls on it, and when you want to get in your pool to swim, it falls in your pool.
And everybody I've talked to with the dust cover is like, well, where do you keep it? How do you fold it up? And it's a hassle to get out. And,
you know, most people put them on a roller. You know, they use a roller to roll them up. But if you buy an inexpensive roller, my solar reel's drooping. We only sell one style. We sell Rocky's Easy Roller. It's a commercial grade roller that won't droop. Check it out. When you're done at the end of the swim season, it has wheels. We can wheel it right in the garage, right out of the way. Think about that.
How cool is that?
It's cool because it allows you to protect your investment. We sell a lot of those on commercial pools where you're trying to maintain their investments. You know, the hotels and motels, they got to have the heated pool. You know, where you live, they got to have the heated pool. So the blue bubble cover is something that they're not used to wanting to keep around, but it's a nuisance. So find a good cover roller that can roll it up, take it away, easy to install. And if you really don't want the blue cover, we can get access to, and we're a dealer for automatic pool covers. Hit the little button, it comes across the pool, and it covers your pool for you. If in some of the magazines, they'll show an elephant, you know, a 4-ton elephant standing on those, and they're also safety compliant. They're gonna keep the water in the pool just as good as a blue bubble cover or the liquid solar blanket.
All right, now if somebody wants to call you, I know you're not going to be in, but somebody will be in this week.
Oh, every day.
The whole gang's there.
The whole family's there.
You're going to get phone calls Monday saying, okay, how many days will it take to heat the pool?
Depends on the temperature, depends on what you're heating the pool with. Great question, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, we realize if we use gas is the most, whether it's natural gas or propane, it's going to have the highest BTU output of a single heat pump, for instance. So what's going to happen is the gas heater is going to heat faster, but it's also going to heat 5 or 6 times more expensive. So if it costs you $6 to heat your pool today, you can typically heat it with a heat pump for about $1 a day at that value. So, you know, heating with a heat pump versus a gas heater, you have to pre-plan. We can figure that out for you and give you a good idea how many days in advance or how many hours in advance you have to heat your pool before you can use it, and also the desired temperature. Now, limitations become on heating, such as if you're trying to heat your pool at 38 degrees air, most heat pumps won't fire. Yeah, they have a built-in defrost cycle that won't let them fire. So if you have freeze protect, if we use the Gold Line controls that we use on our systems, they also have freeze protect in them, and they'll stop your system from firing. Also stop it from running when it's freezing too. That's another cool thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, there 1.2 million pools in Florida. I bet only about 200,000 of them have a freeze protect in their system. So, you know, power company wants you to run the power, the pump to generate income. We want you to turn it off because nothing's going to grow in your pool. So it's really cool stuff. You know, technology out there is way more in advance than it was 30 years ago.
All right, we do have a caller on the Pool Fanatic Show, and you can go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, how you guys doing? Great job.
Hey, we're doing great. You got to be out here at Lake Eola, man.
Hey, I've got a Lars LX250 propane pool heater, and the fan blades rusted off on the blower assembly. I talked to everyone, manufacturers, different people, and they're telling me I have to purchase the entire blower unit for almost $500, and all I need is the $50 fan blade attachment that goes onto the blower motor itself. What can I do?
Unfortunately, my hands would be tied. I would not have access to buy you just a blade. They would sell it to me as a sealed unit, because basically it becomes a sealed unit at that point, or what they call a package unit. I wouldn't have access to buying just the blade. So that's just the policy that they have. I hate to use that as a word, but you know.
That's like the magic mechanic saying if your carburetor's bad, you don't pull the whole engine.
I agree. Trust me. Trust me. All the blowers doing is exchanging the fumes out of that heater so they don't combust inside that heater. It's unfortunate. It's a great heater, by the way. LX is a good heater. It's got some cool stuff. It was one of the most advanced heaters in this day. Unfortunately, that's the way the manufacturer packaged it, and I don't have access to be able to buy just that fan portion.
Well, that's a hard road to hoe.
Yeah, I hate that. You know, $500. I'm going daggone it. It's still cheaper to buy the fan motor than it is to go out and replace the heater.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Okay, more calls. If you want to call and talk to Tony, he is the Pool Fanatic at 407-290-0058 or 800-329-5858. Give us a call right now. We're out here until 6 o'clock. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have more of our Ask the Expert programs right here at Lake Eola, including we'll have the Mortgage Solution Show at noon, and at 1 o'clock we're going to fix your computers with Refresh Computers. But right now, let's take a break on News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
Greatest albums of all time. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Its hypnotic tones makes one fall back into a trance. While the clock ticks away your day, this Saturday night before you go to bed, WDBO reminds you, fall back. It's the end of daylight savings time. The Neil Board Show.
Harriton High School, they have a program where they provide an Apple laptop to all 2,000 students. But you know what the school doesn't tell the kids? We can activate that camera anytime we want to.
You don't even have to be using your laptop.
Neil Bortz, the high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth.
The school had security software on these laptop cameras where they could turn on the camera and watch whatever is going on. You spy on the student in his bedroom with a camera, and the government school says we were only trying to be supportive of the student and his family. Isn't that government for you?
Neil Bortz, weekdays 9 to 1, right after Central Florida's morning news on News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
Recently, on WDBO's Living Well program, host Dale Gardner, owner of Senior Helpers, spoke with Debbie about how Senior Helpers helped her parents.
Their helper is a godsend, let me just say that first of all. It's amazing what having somebody come in just 8 hours a week has done. The match was beautiful, and they thoroughly enjoy having her come. But the difference it's made is that my mom no longer has the health problems that she did. It's just made a huge difference. And now the time that we spend with my parents is quality time. We're able to enjoy being around them because the atmosphere is so much better. We really appreciate that.
Hi, this is Dale Gardner, owner of Senior Helpers in Central Florida. Call Senior Helpers at 407-628-HELP and join us every Saturday morning at 6 for Living Well right here on WDBO.
License numbers 299-993681 and 230689. Massey Cadillac wants to thank you for being a fan on Facebook. Massey Cadillac already rewarded 200 fans on their Facebook page with a $40 gift card to shopcallaway.com. And now they've given 580 WDBO extra gift cards to give away. Go to facebook.com/Massey Cadillac and become a fan. And then make your way over to WDBO.com for your chance to win an $80 gift card to shopcallaway.com. From Massey Cadillac and WDBO.
The ticket to your best game has arrived, Millennia. Dick's Sporting Goods Sneak Preview is now on at 4601 Millennia Plaza Way. With great items like buy one, get one 50% off TaylorMade Verner HD Driver, Fairway Wood, Rescue or Irons, or Nike SQ Dymo Driver, Fairway Wood, Rescue Sumo Squared Hybrid. Buy one, get one 50% off Winchester Super Target or Game Loads. And men's Salt Life Graphic Tees, 2 for $32. Sneak Preview now on and grand opening Sunday, November 7th. All Orlando area Dick's stores join in the celebration. Every season starts at Dick's.
Want to play some golf for a great cause? Forgiven Ministries of First Baptist Orlando Prison Outreach will hold their golf tournament at Metro West Country Club Saturday, November 20th at 7 a.m. $65 fees include a banquet lunch or groups of 4, $240. You can win prizes, hole-in-one cars, first, second, and third place prizes. Be a sponsor, T-signs, or company sponsors available. Join us for a great day of golf and fellowship for a great cause. For more information, call 321-229-1149.
This is Scott Inez. Tonight, the Magic take on the Bobcats in Charlotte. I'll have WDBO Coors Light Inside Magic live from NBA City at Universal City Walk beginning at 6 on the home of the Magic, WDBO.
We are back, and it is the Pool Fanatic Show. We're right here on beautiful Lake Eola.
It's beautiful out
This is
here.
nice, isn't it?
I'm telling you. You know, it's nice to get the fountain back running again. Rob, did you know that fountain out there was built in 1959?
Had no idea.
1959.
Wasn't that kind of the landmark of Orlando at one time?
It is the landmark.
It's it.
Yeah, it was here when I moved. Of course, it was built in 59. I moved here in 67, so.
But I mean, that used to be the front of the phone book.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the city beautiful. That's what Orlando is. It's very iconic. It's beautiful out here. The water looks wonderful. You know it's cold, so think about it. Don't let that pool sit there all winter without trying to consider heating it. So if you're interested in doing that, give us a call. We'll take care of you.
I think that is the greatest idea. I mean, why would you have something you can't use year-round?
Well, the same question be with the boat. You know.
Oh,
You're gonna park the boat in the storage for the next 3 or 4 months because the weather's too cool.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but a boat's different because you can't stay warm on a boat.
No.
By golly, in a pool you can stay toasty warm.
Toasty warm, but you don't always have to use the pool. All the little things that we can do to a pool to create that atmosphere. Now look, it could still be 80 degrees outside on a beautiful day, and the pool be in the low 70s because it has cooled off and stuff. You know that warming trend comes back in. You know, it's building that atmosphere in the backyard. We do summer kitchens. We do, of course, fountains and waterfalls and ponds and streams and all kinds of neat. We do lighting. We can do music with your lighting. We can do music with your water. We do that through a DMX program. We have a great group of people that we use here. One of our sponsors is Impact Lighting. So we got some really cool stuff that we can do just to create an atmosphere in your backyard.
You know, nothing better than when it's like this to maybe go out there by the pool, have the tiki torches going, get yourself a nice beverage, watch the water features in the pool.
Oh, yeah. Be like the pool we designed last week with the backward spa. They can turn around and look at the cabana and watch your TV, you know, while you're in your spa. Yeah, hey, what the heck, you know?
Oh, wait just a half a minute here.
Hey, you know, I got a cool one. Last week I went to a project up in Altamont Springs, met with some people, gave them some wonderful ideas about what they can do with their pool. I got a phone call yesterday morning from a gentleman named Fernando. He is one of our listeners, and he had asked my office if I'd come by yesterday and talk to him about upgrading all his equipment. So he's a great listener, and I went by. I emailed him yesterday all of his options. I really had a pretty hectic day yesterday. We picked up some new work to start, and I'm leaving town for a week to go play some baseball down in Fort Myers. So Fernando, I appreciate you having me out yesterday. I was able to complete everything on my plate yesterday, so I can go out of town for a week. But my office is fully functioned. It's going to happen just like it normally would. We're not going to miss a beat. Remember, I'm only a phone call away. I'm only going 200 miles away, but business doesn't stop because Daddy's out playing.
Well, you know, there's an interesting question that comes out of that conversation. That is, we're talking the technology that's improved so much. If somebody's listening to us right now and they've got a pool that's, you tell me, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, when should they be calling you saying, you know what, I bet you buying new equipment would be more efficient and I'd save money?
About 2006.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, on the equipment side, because think about it. I mean, technology, here's what happens, Rob. Once it gets started, it's just snowballs. It goes and goes and goes, and we're not done yet. We got full operable solar-powered pumps on the market today. We're going to have solar lights on the market today. We might even have solar control panels coming out here in a couple years. It's coming. Think about it. It's coming.
Yeah.
Get off the grid. I've worked my way off the grid. I'm still working my way off the grid. My good friends at Superior Solar put solar hot water heat on my house. Last month, I got my new power bill in. I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. It's really doing a great job for us.
Okay, Fernando on line one. Go right ahead.
Hey, Tony. This is Fernando. You came over to my house yesterday.
How you doing, Fernando?
All right, how are you?
I figured you'd be listening. I'm doing fine, thanks.
I just had finished with the screener when you started talking. And first of all, thank you for coming. And the second thing, you mentioned something about the pipings from the pool to the motor not being the correct size, but I couldn't really copy that right well.
Yeah, what you've got, Fernando, is your pool is every bit, let me guess, your pool's probably 20 years old, probably a good start at 20 years old. And you have an uprated motor, which means it's designed for a higher head pressure, and it has 1.5 inch plumbing on a full rate 1.5 horse pump. That pump is capable of doing about 95 gallons of water a minute. Unfortunately, you have an 1.5 inch line. It's rated for 62 gallons a minute. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to shove a whole lot of water through a little line. And I kind of go back that with my Magic Mechanic guy. And it's like this. If I had a carburetor with a large carburetor and a big engine with a small fuel line, it's not going to perform. And that's exactly what's happening in your pool pump. It looks good. It's running. You got pressure on your filter. Unfortunately, you're overworking your system is what you're doing. You're running the water through the lines way too fast. What we need to do is slow the water down. It becomes more efficient, and you're going to save energy on your pump. So that motor that I quoted you is a double E motor. That's an energy efficient motor. It's probably going to take about $15 to $20 a month off your power bill. Unfortunately, you're not due for a 2-speed because your pool holds 26,000 gallons of water. It's got enough water. We got to keep that pump moving and circulating twice a day. It's a great question. It's a great question.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Well, thank you.
We're taking your calls right now. 407-290-0058 or 800-329-5858. That's 800-329-5858. Give us a call. We would gladly put you on the air and get you on here with the man. Okay. We talk heat. We talk pool covers. And you've got a pool cover that is second to none.
It's really been out for about 9 years now, and it's one of those things that grows. Once people understand what it does and they're done with the blue blanket, go to a second alternative. The blue blanket, once you pay for it, it's there. Unfortunately, it's a dust collector, and I hate to say that. I mean, it does good, but it's a dust collector. It collects leaves, and when you want to use the pool, that stuff ends up in the pool, and all of a sudden you got to clean the pool again. So, look at an alternative way of doing that, and we really like the liquid solar blanket as being this viable option or a secondary option over the cover. So it's really good stuff.
Okay, families are now starting to talk holidays. I can't believe this. There are 7 more weeks to the year.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
7 more weeks
Wow.
to 2010?
Wow.
All right, so, what if the family sat down and said, you know what, this year, instead of buying a whole trailer load of stuff from the big box store, we're going to call Tony. Tony's going to come out, and we are going to build a pool. Now, The pool may not be ready for Christmas
No,
Day.
we'll get it done.
But the present is we're building a pool with the screen, with the summer kitchen, with the flat screen TVs, and the whole family's going to help designing.
And we can do it. We can automate the whole thing. We can do that, no problem. It depends on how elaborate the job may be. If we got started, and depending on what municipality we were working in, we could finish it before Christmas. I mean, we're doing pools in about 40, 45 days. Some companies will say they can do it in 30. I don't recommend it, but you know what? I can't control how they do business.
Telephone numbers and websites.
407-282-4911. That's 407-282-4911, or visit us at OrlandoLuxuryPools.com.
Hey, when we come back, do you have a pool that's old? Do you have a pool that isn't functioning? Do you have a pool with a big old crack in it, so you've been thinking about filling it up and planting geraniums? Well, you're not alone. We're going to talk about restoring pools when we come back. It's the Pool Fanatics on News Talk AM 580. WDBO.
Every 90 minutes, someone is diagnosed with ALS, a fatal illness with no known cure. You can help by registering today for the ALS Association's Ride to Defeat ALS, a cycling event to be held on Saturday, December 11th. Riders will travel a scenic route in the Tampa Bay area, including the beautiful Pinellas Trail. Choose the 5-mile, 25-mile, or 62-mile ride. Register today at rideals.org. That's rideals.org.
The station Central Florida turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. News Talk AM 580 WDBO Orlando, Central Florida's news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
A not coincidental announcement on jobs for Americans from President Obama in India. He released news of numerous contracts with U.S. companies, including Boeing, Harley-Davidson, plus medical equipment and cell phone businesses, creating, he says, 50,000 U.S. jobs. They've been protesting Mr. Obama's visit, opposing his efforts to open up Indian markets to more American products, which these demonstrators call imperialism. In Mumbai, the First Lady visited a school where she told a group of Indian children that with their education, they could be whatever they wanted to be, and they danced for her. The president's next events in Mumbai and New Delhi, India, are later tonight, visiting students at a high school and then opening a technology expo at Xavier College. The CIA has already authorized the capture or assassination of American-born terrorist Anwar al-Awlaki. Now a judge in Yemen has ordered that country's security forces to do the same. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
I listen for traffic reports because I don't want to waste my time.
Unfortunately, cars really stacking up for Seminole County. Now let's go live to Air 580 and Eric Brown.
Got a vehicle fire I'm looking at westbound to 408.
We get stopped in traffic. It's a real bummer.
Alternates to avoid the bummer.
If there's a traffic jam, I will try to take an alternate route.
I hate traffic. That's why I listen for the radio or go online real quick.
WDBO Traffic. There when you need it, on demand and on air.
I listen so I'm not late for work.
News Talk AM 580 WDBO. Depend on it.
Massey Cadillac wants to thank you for being a fan on Facebook. Massey Cadillac already rewarded 200 fans on their Facebook page with a $40 gift card to shopcallaway.com. And now they've given 580 WDBO extra gift cards to give away. Go to facebook.com/Massey Cadillac and become a fan. And then make your way over to WDBO.com for your chance to win an $80 gift card to shopcallaway.com. From Massey Cadillac and WDBO. Business banking just got easier with cash management banking from Centennial Bank. Use your office PC to make a deposit, transfer funds, generate payroll, plus bank after regular banking hours or on weekends, and you may even get faster access to your funds. Find out more at one of Centennial Bank's 6 Central Florida locations. Call 888-372-9788 or visit my100bank.com. Business banking that really is better from one of the strongest community banks in America, Centennial Bank. Member FDIC.
It's 5:33 here at News Talk AM 580 WDBO. Time to check in with the 24-hour WDBO Safe Touch Security Traffic Network. Here is Doug Stewart.
I-4 eastbound is now slow as you approach State Road 408, mostly in that right lane getting onto the 408. I-4 westbound is up to speed. No problems on 408 itself. Orlando police still at Conway and Michigan directing traffic as the traffic light's not working at that intersection. And there's an accident with some roadblock with FHP on scene, Orange Blossom Trail at Land Street Road. This traffic report brought to you by AutoZone. Right now at AutoZone, get your choice of select Eagle One car care products for just $3.99. Details at store. Everything you need to keep it looking good, bumper to bumper. Get to AutoZone today. On the station with traffic every 6 minutes in the morning, I'm Doug Stewart.
Staying cool this weekend with temperatures well below average as we head into the overnight hours. Winds will die down, but under mostly clear skies, we're expecting a record low of 43 degrees. Lots of sunshine, slightly warmer on Sunday, high 69. Eye on the tropics, Tomas is expected to continue to weaken over the next 48 hours. From Severe Weather Center 9 and WDBO, I'm meteorologist Ebony Dion.
Latest scan of the WDBO weather radar showing no rain across Central Florida. It's currently 60 in Sanford and 61 here at News Talk AM 580 WDBO, Central Florida's news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
This is Scott Inez. Tonight, the Magic take on the Bobcats in Charlotte. I'll have WDBO Coors Light Inside Magic live from NBA City at Universal City Walk beginning at 6 on the home of the Magic, WDBO.
We are here, and we are at Lake Eola, the Fiesta in the Park tomorrow. Gates open at about 10 o'clock. No gates, it's free. Just park your car anywhere in downtown. Come on down here. Make sure if you pay one of those parking meters that you get back and pay it again. But I found $5 parking here today.
Yeah, I did, believe it or
not.
The
whole day.
Yeah, my son is over here on Eola in Washington. They're with my daughter-in-law. They're selling their perfect planter pot. So stop by tomorrow. But I parked right by them, $5 all day. And I know I got a great spot. No one's going to beat my doors off while I parked real close. So yeah, $5 parking all day. I was real pleased with it.
I parked in the Avis lot.
Did you really?
So you know, and they said I could. I hope it's okay.
You have a Hertz car?
I hope it's all right when I get back there. They didn't rent it out or something. What is a perfect planter pot?
You know what? They fit exactly perfectly in a 90-degree corner. If you've got an inside corner, they slide right in the corner. And what's really cool is they're modular. You can put two together. You can put two together, or you can put three together. Two will do a 180-degree wall, and actually they're walking up now. They'll do a 180-degree wall, or they'll do a 270-degree wall, or you can plant them together.
I thought you were pointing at that blonde right
there. You can put them together and make full circle pots out of them. So they're coming high fashion colors. This is Donna. She's done a great job putting these together. She wants to be my daughter-in-law next year, and my son's with her. He is my backup liaison while I'm gone. He's going to manage my business. He's going to run the fort while I'm gone, but he knows that Daddy's up at 6. He's on the radio, answers all the calls, got everybody scheduled out for the week, so I can still go out and play baseball next week.
All right, good job. So the perfect planter pot will be available tomorrow right here at Lake Eola, and they're on the
corner of Eola and Washington. Yeah, right in the old blue tent. So really nice stuff. They really are.
I think that's the south side of the lake.
That's the south side of the lake. Yeah, great job. And she'll do well with them. They're awesome, and they look good. They'll weld very well, and they're made for indoor and outdoor. And they fit around my pool nicely because I have a nice couple corners in my pool.
Well, see, what an interesting thing. You always put that round thing in there in the corner, and it doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right. And she makes them in 3 sizes. I think there's a 6-inch, 12-inch, and an 18-inch. I'm sorry, a 5-inch, a 12-inch, and an 18-inch. You know, they're all different sizes and colors. You know, it's thinking outside of the box. You know, that's what this is all about. This Fiesta in the Park is about all your local entrepreneurs coming out here, trying to make a living. And I will tell you, I'm impressed how many people came out here today.
And there were thousands and thousands of people, and there are hundreds and hundreds of booths. People, you need to come on out. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to Titusville and talking to Donna. Donna, go ahead.
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call. We have a solar heated pool, and we are concerned that we have a lot of evaporation. I was wondering if you could comment on that. Do heated pools evaporate a lot more water than non-heated pools?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Heat rises. Unfortunately, heat rises. The laws of physics. Anytime you heat water, it's going to heat off. If the outside air is cooler than the water in the pool, it is definitely going to evaporate. So I like to protect your investment. Now, you don't so much care about covering your pool in the summer or heating in the summer, but in wintertime, you sure want to protect that investment by covering it up. Now, the good thing about it is your energy is free. It's solar. You're not paying for it. But consider covering up. You're going to save a lot more energy on the as far as your safe temperature, and it's going to get warmer.
Okay, we do have a cover for the pool, and we just bought one of these like reel up systems. What do you think about those?
I like them if you understand that you get what you pay for quality wise, because some reels, in $150, $200, they're going to droop over time. because the reels are not made of aluminum or stainless. They're going to be of a composite plastic material. They're going to droop. Now, it also depends on how wide your pool is. If you've got a pool that's 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 feet wide, you want to buy a good quality roller because you don't want it to droop, because one, is going to be hard to get the cover off the reel. Two, it's going to be very, very hard to move. So you want to get a good quality. We do the Rocky Easy Roller. Give us a call. We'll hook you up. We'll get you a website. They're actually rockyeasyroller.com, and they sell quality rollers, and they're very good. They're very durable, and they come with an awesome warranty.
Right. You have a question about? Go ahead, Donna.
No, I've seen those online, and this is a really dumb question. On a pool blanket, does the smooth side go up and the bubble side go down?
The bubble side goes down. There's a tag on it that says this side up, unfortunately. So if the tag is on there, please go tag side, bubble side down.
Okay, and so you basically feel that the only way to minimize the evaporation is by using the pool cover in the cooler weather.
Absolutely. I mean, if you covered your pool, if you gained 8 degrees today and you covered your pool, you're only going to lose about 2 degrees tonight. If you don't do that, you could lose almost everything you've gained. Now, you'll always notice the temperature in your pool at 7 o'clock in the morning is not the same temperature as at noon or 5. It's going to either grow in temperature or depreciate in temperature.
Sure. So basically, we just have to get accustomed to the fact we need to be adding water to our pool more regularly than if we had not heated our pool.
If you cover it, if you cover your pool, you're going to lose a whole lot less water because it's not going to evaporate off. If you leave it uncovered, you're going to lose a lot of water.
Okay. Very good. Okay, I thank you. That's very helpful.
Very good question. Very good question.
Donna, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Donna, you sound like you're not a fan of heating the pool. Why?
Oh, I love the pool heated. Absolutely.
Okay, I was just going to say you kind of sounded like maybe you were trying to prove a point to your husband that, hey, if we hadn't done this, we wouldn't be losing the water.
It's the cover is what it is.
Wouldn't be without it. It is awesome. I just
wouldn't be without the heat.
Just love it. Yeah.
I like it too.
You got to have the heat.
Just think about, if you don't want to go with the blue cover, go with the solar. I mean, you got it now, but the tropical fish or the solar pill, that's another option. You don't have to deal with the cover.
Can I get any color besides blue?
Blue. It should be white for reflective or black to absorb some heat. Why is every roof in town black when it should be white?
Yeah.
We're sitting here absorbing temperature on a roof. We should be reflecting the heat off our roof.
Exactly.
So,
All right, now we got Jeremy on the line. Jeremy, go ahead. We know Jeremy. Go, bud.
Hey, guys, I was just calling. Am I speaking with Tony?
How you doing, Jeremy?
Good. How are you? I was
Very
just
fine,
calling
thanks.
to wish you guys good luck this weekend. The Orlando Blazers this week as they go down to Fort Myers. My father plays on the team as well. I was just calling to wish you guys luck.
Well, I appreciate that, man. We're going to try to take it now. There's 53 teams from all around the country going down there in my age group, so we're going to go down there and burn some calories, act like young men again, and play a young man sport. So yeah, I appreciate it. I know you're a heck of a ball player, so
I'm rooting for the young men this weekend. Put it that way.
There you go. It's young in mind. I promise you that. It's old in body, but young in mind. So we'll keep going. So.
All right. Well, good luck, guys. I won't take any more of your time.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day, sir.
So I imagine that pool helps you keep in shape to play good baseball at our mid-age.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. I have. We're playing in the 48s. We could have as many as 3 guys that are 45 and older, but they can't pitch until you're at least 48. I'll have 5 or 6 guys on my team that'll be 55, 56, where they should be moving up into the legends. I'm sorry, but I play in the Masters. The legends are the next group up, but they still want to play competitive ball, and hey, I'm enjoying it. I really am.
So you all will be representing the Orlando area.
It's my baseball team. It's
cool.
TC Water Features. We have we're the Orlando Blazers. We play in the men's 38 and over here in town in the men's senior league baseball. So it keeps me active. It really does, Rob. It keeps the calories going. It keeps the joints from hurting so much. We'll go down and I'll probably drink 11 gallons of water while I'm down there. Remember, Fort Myers on the water. We're inland about 20 miles. So and we're going to play in fascinating facilities. We'll be playing at Lee County Stadium at City of Palms, where the Red Sox and the Twins play. So in historic Terry Park. So really cool stuff.
Well, that is really neat. And again, it goes back to how you stay in shape while you're swimming in your pool. And, it's just so much easier. I talk to a lot of people where I live, and so many people who are in their 50s and 60s and 70s, their doctors have told them, I want you to exercise, but I don't want you to put a lot on your joints. They exercise in their pools.
Yeah, there's a gentleman that was talking to us while we were listening to Larry Perry earlier. He was talking about swimming in a pool, that they would do weight exercises in the pool for no impact.
Yes.
You know, if you're trying to take some weight off and you want a no impact sport, swimming is the way to do it.
There's a guy that swims in biceps and triceps, and what he's done is taken a piece of PVC and a noodle. And he takes a couple of pieces of the noodle, about 8 inches long, puts those on the PVC like a barbell, puts them underwater. And the buoyancy of those are resistance against his pushing, and he is getting phenomenal exercise out of that.
Rob, are you sure you didn't invent the noodle? We've talked about
the
noodle more. We've talked,
noodle,
yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a lifesaver, man. But you know what? It's ingenuity. You know, that noodle is not going to sink. You want that to be out. We talked about that. If we're out in the ocean somewhere,
you don't have to blow it up.
We want the noodle, man, because the noodle's not going to go anywhere.
Why don't they make boats out of noodles?
Well, you know, I think doesn't Boston Whaler make a boat like that?
The Boston Whaler will not sink.
There you go. Well, you know, maybe they stuffed it full of noodles, or golf, or tennis. I'm sorry, ping pong balls. That might be what it is.
Well, that's like, you know, it's kind of a bad joke, but they say, why don't they make the airplane out of the same thing they make the little black box out of?
Rob, my wife and I, we went to McMinnville. We were out on the Oregon coast for our 30th anniversary. We were into the Spruce Goose. Well, you know what the flotation devices were in the belly of that airplane?
No.
Swear to God, beach balls.
You're kidding
There must
me.
have been 10,000 of them. They must have been leather, and they look leather. We didn't actually go touch them, but the flotation devices were a beach ball. They look just like a beach ball. And I asked the guy, and he goes, absolutely. This plane right here is virtually indestructible, as strong as planes are today. But those flotation balls are flotation. So, you know, it's
well, your seat cushion will be here we go.
If they had noodles, you know what? We didn't need to do the beach balls.
Need that. All right, we're put noodles on the Titanic. It wouldn't have sunk. 800-329-5858 or 407-290-0058. Those are the numbers to call. If you want to ask a question of Tony, he's right here, Tony Caruso. And tell us again the story about why it's important that people do business with you, because you're a local family company. You're not a part of some big, gigantic, ivory tower in Atlanta that's going to call you and say, we're going to change to a different type of material, or we're going to go cheaper. You don't go cheaper.
No, Rob, as you get to know me, I've known you over 4 months now, I don't compromise quality for quantity. We never have, and we never will. So our family business, it prides ourselves on doing it correctly. Now, 80% of my business is referral. It's a referral. Rob, I love this, and I explain this. If I do a quality product for you, and I meet all your expectations, I promise you'll tell all of your friends I built your pool. That is undisputed. If someone asks you a question, you're going to say, hey, I will build your pool. Who built your pool? TC Water Features did. Why? Because the guy did everything he said he was going to do it, when he was going to do it, the quality's there, and I exceed my expectations on warranties. I don't cut my customers off at 3 years. Like my warranties are 3 years from all my Gold Line stuff, 3 years. 3 years, we'll go beyond that. I don't push it, but you know what? We'll get it taken care of for you. I remember my people. I've met 2 people in the park today that I built pools for that it must have been 12, 13 years ago. They remember me. They're not ready for their second pool, but I have built some people's second, third, and fourth swimming pools. So it's family. It's all about pride. It's all about keeping it within ourselves. We have a great time. We promise you that we'll make your experience pleasurable and enjoyable. Believe it or not, Rob, you're digging holes in the backyard, and we're going to have fun doing it. Going back into making mud pies when we were kids, but we're going to make it fun because swimming pools do not come in the box. It's all handcrafted right out here on a nice, cool day like today. It could be hot and rainy, so swimming pools are very unique in what they do.
So forget the frustration of not being able to find the pool guy. Forget the frustration of coming home and there's a bulldozer in your front yard that just ran over the geraniums. You're going to work with a guy who takes care of everything.
And we don't use your yard as a parking lot. A lot of my competitors, they'll back the truck up in the backyard, they'll rut the yard down, they'll break the sprinkler system. We want that yard to remature because at the end of the day, Rob, I'm still the same consumer. When I got home, I got the same problems that you do, If you don't have to tear my yard up any more than you have to, why?
Yeah.
Well, hey, they've torn the yard up, so why not continue to tear it up till we're done? Well, we want to try to save you some investment money and not have to continue destroying your yard during that process.
I can remember living in Mount Dora, and I came home one day and my wooden fence, my brand new, beautiful wooden fence, was gone.
Where'd it end up?
And it was laying on the ground, broken in pieces.
Let's see.
They bulldozed it so they could build the pool next door. Nobody asked me to cross my land.
You didn't get a access permission
We
letter,
didn't
huh?
get nothing.
Nothing, huh? Did you like your neighbor?
Somebody had to build me a new fence.
You know what's really sad, Rob? I built a pool about 6 months ago where the two neighbors just did not like each other. And so here's what we did. The lady pre-called us and said, please do me, and she was one of my customers, by the way. She said, do not drive on my yard to build that guy's pool. So you know what we did? We put a fence down between the two properties, right? We had plenty of room to get through there. Come to find out, she said, the fence that you put up is on the wrong property. I said, no, ma'am, it's right down the property line. She goes, no, my planter. I said, no, your planter is on that man's yard. And she did not like that.
That doesn't make for good neighbors, does it?
No, because now one neighbor doesn't like the other neighbor means, and that's really sad. I mean, I really hate to say that. We all have to get along.
I love my neighbors.
Yeah, I love my neighbors. I have none, Rob.
Oh, that's great.
You like that?
The
I've
best
got no
kind to
neighbors. Yeah, I got new neighbors. Haven't had any neighbors for about 9 years now. And that's not like I didn't like neighbors, but, you know, I don't have any. I'm blessed not to have any.
When we come back, 407-290-0058 or 800-329-5858. Tony is a pool fanatic. Tony Caruso, Orlando Luxury Pools, and TC Water Features. Get out a paper and pencil or, you know, whatever you got, a marker, because we're going to write down websites and phone numbers coming back on News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
Award-winning news.
I like to get the information from what I feel like is a balanced perspective.
Depend on News Talk AM 580 WDBO, Central Florida's news, weather, and traffic station.
We are enjoying our beautiful new kitchen thanks to S&W Kitchens. Hey everyone, Scott and Ez back, and I tell you what, we couldn't be happier with our brand new kitchen from S&W. We're happy with the look, the beautifully resurfaced cabinets, the drawers, the larger pantry. It was well worth it. Not only are we happy with the end product, we were very impressed with the process from the designing phase with Krista. And looking back now, she used this computer program to illustrate what they were going to do, and that's exactly what we got. Throughout the process, they communicated with us what they were going to do, when they were going to do it. They were right on target. For 32 years, S&W Kitchens has been your premier source for all your kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, countertops, and cabinet refacing needs. If you're thinking about remodeling, they make it easy. Visit SandWKitchens.com. Spell it out, S, the word and, WKitchens.com, or call 407-965-1120. That's 407-965-1120, S&W Kitchens.
Attention homeowners. State Farm and Allstate are raising your home insurance rates up to 40%. It's time to save money and shop with Florida Insurance Specialists. With their amazing new technology, they'll shop insurance rates with over 30 A-rated companies, so you can start saving almost immediately. Call them at 407-805-0200 or visit ChallengeMyRate.com. Don't limit your ability to save by using a name brand company with only one option. Florida Insurance Specialist is an independent broker who represents 99.9% of home insurance companies in Florida. Go to ChallengeMyRate.com now to save. Join the thousands who have taken the challenge and saved money this year. Visit ChallengeMyRate.com and in just minutes, they'll save you money. Don't buy or renew your home insurance until you take the challenge. We're so confident in saving you money that if we don't, you get a $25 gas card with no obligation. Visit ChallengeMyRate.com or call 407-805-0200 now. That's 407-805-0200 or go to ChallengeMyRate.com.
Hi, this is Tony Caruso, host of the Pool Fanatics, every Saturday at 5 p.m. here on WDBO, and owner of Orlando Luxury Pools by TC Water Features. Back in 1985, my wife Tina and I decided not only to get into the swimming pool business, but to do it better than any other company. Over the years, with proud partners like Superior Solar and Prestige Gunite, we have had the privilege of designing and building over 1,000 swimming pools and spas right here in Central Florida. Large or small, simple or extravagant, we believe that amazing things can happen in your backyard. Already have a swimming pool? We will redesign and update your pool with the same attention to detail as that of a new swimming pool. So call us today at 407-282-4911 and let's plan your backyard entertainment area together. 407-282-4911 or OrlandoLuxuryPools.com. Hey, and tune in Saturdays at 5 p.m. for the Pool Fanatics here on WDBO.
CBC 050506.
What's your passion? Travel the world. Sonesta Resorts, Hotels. Sonesta Exotic Destinations.
Let your passion for travel take you places. Discover our unique collection of hotels, resorts, and cruises on Sonesta.com.
Sonesta, what's your passion? See the world. Sonesta, cruise the Nile. Sonesta, beautiful locations. Sonesta, exceed your expectations. What's your passion?
Visit Sonesta.com or call 1-800-SONESTA to plan your next vacation. Join our Travel Pass guest recognition program and register to win free travel.
Sonesta, what's your passion?
Clark Howard.
Odds favor over a multi-decade period. The market's going to recover everything it lost plus.
Weekdays from 1 to 3, only on News Talk AM 580 WDBO.
We're back. It is the Pool Fanatics, and I'm sorry I don't have the name of the caller, but you know who you are. Go ahead. You're talking to Tony Caruso.
Hi, Tony. This is Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
Listen, I've got a.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Go ahead.
I've got an irregular shaped 4-year-old 7,800 gallon pool, and I have got a water level problem. I bought the pool with the house. I didn't have it installed originally, but it's only 4 years old. What happens is that the book tells me to keep the water level halfway up the tiles. However,
which should be the center.
Excuse me?
It should be up the center of the skimmer, right in the center of the skimmer, so it operates correctly. But go ahead.
Yeah, but the water level won't hold there. It keeps dropping down to about maybe a half an inch to the bottom of the skimmer, and then it stabilizes. It doesn't lose any water after that. I've had 4 guys out here. I've had pool doctor, my own pool man. I've had a hotel operator out here that runs pools, and they can't figure out why the water level is dropping. But then it stabilizes all of a sudden. But you see, the thing is, I've got a very small. I've only got like maybe a half an inch of leeway there, so that if the water level drops below a certain level, then I start getting air into the filter pump.
Got 3 questions for you. Question number 1: if the pool is full where it belongs, does the pool pump pull full prime? Is the basket full of water? If the water level is correct, does it pull full prime?
Yes, it does.
All right. Second question is it if when the pool pump's running, do you notice any dirt in your pool? Any dirt around the returns in your pool?
Nothing excessive. Just probably what maybe dust and stuff blows in there.
Do you have tile on your pool that has a multiple pattern or multiple grout joints, or is it like a 6x with just vertical grout joints every 6 inches?
Multiple grout joints. They're about 4 to 6 inches. I've gotten in there. I've looked all over the place with a magnifying glass. I can't find anything where any cracks or chips or anything coming out of there.
It's going through your grout line, and here's what happens. If the builder that built your pool did not waterproof that part of your pool before installing the tile in your pool, you have hundreds of grout joints in your pool that are very porous. It's sucking through the grout, sucking through the gunite, which the gunite it'll be a sponge, by the way. It'll just suck the water out. Now, it's not unusual for it to stop exactly where you're talking about, because when they put the tile in the pool, you know, the majority of the cement's going to be at the bottom where they use a Homex board to put it up. So it's very, very, very it's very typical that a pool would leak from there because you have a multi grout joint style tile, which we don't do. We try to stay away from the mosaic style tiles because of that particular reason. But good luck. Call George, the leak doctor, and see if he'll fix you up.
I did. Good. He was already out here. Huh?
But you okay?
Okay. Yeah. Well, the builder is out of business.
Yeah.
So
where do you live at?
New Smyrna.
Do you live in Orange County? You live in New Smyrna? Well, there's some great companies up in New Smyrna that could come out and take a look at that for you.
Could be
what's
the
his solution?
problem.
Does he have to replace all that tile?
It's most likely that tile might have to come off the pool. They have to waterproof that part of it, and hopefully can talk about doing a different style tile in that pool. That's what I would consider doing. I'm just not a big fan of a multi-grout joint pool, only because, look, we're supposed to clean our house, caulk and grout everything in our house because we live in Florida, right?
Right.
The pool's got to look beautiful all the time, so we kind of let that slide a little bit. It's always there, but we don't go back and point the grout up and make sure it's good to go. There also is one more thing you can consider doing. There is a liquid leak stop, and by the way, it works. You would put it in your pool, and if there's a leak in your pool, it'll coagulate in that leak area. It runs about $40 a bottle, and consider that as an alternative to see if that'll work.
Okay, websites and phone numbers, Tony.
Area code 407-282-4911. That's 407-282-4911, or visit us at OrlandoLuxuryPools.com.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll be back here tomorrow with more of the Ask the Experts from the Fall Fiesta in the Park. We hope you'll bring your family out. Our broadcast from here will start at noon.
Go Magic!
There you go.
This is Scott Inez. Tonight, the Magic take on the Bobcats in Charlotte. I'll have WDBO Coors Light Inside Magic live from NBA City at Universal City Walk beginning at 6 on the home of the Magic, WDBO.